Hi, Jill back. So, I'm continuing my rabbit hole of missing and possibly murdered men in the Midwest. This was actually, the one I'm going to do now is the one I first wrote up. So, and then I found more that came before him because I want to do them in order because that's who I am as a person. So, I'm going to tell you about the disappearance of Franklin Thomas, and if I butcher his name, I'm sorry, Gottschalk. It's Gottschalk. And I'm going to make, phone it in again. I'm going to make some tea. So I just kind of came up with this. I'm going to make some, I got some Lipton iced tea, Southern sweet tea, because, you know, I'm Southern, and if you don't put sugar in your tea, I don't want to be your friend. And berries. So I'm going to make a berry sweet tea. And this is something I've used to do, and I just really wanted it the other day, so I'm going to make it. So I've got my water boiling right now on high. So figure by the time it takes that to boil, I can tell you this story. So Franklin was a 25-year-old English major at Michigan State University. He was within 3 credits of graduating, and he hadn't registered for the upcoming classes in the spring semester at the time of his disappearance. So, I'm going to give you a series of things that happened in the order that they happened, because I couldn't find dates to do like a proper timeline. So, he was last seen on February 2nd, 1997. Franklin was a resident in Mason, Michigan, when he took his brother's car, which was a 1977 Oldsmobile Toledo. Torfo? Without his permission. He took his brother's car without his permission. That's the gist of that. Well, I couldn't choose berries. So, the car was later found in a parking lot on the corner of Grand River Avenue and Cedar Street in Lansing, Michigan. So, later than that, cyclists found 2 bags with belongings of Thomas's on the, another word I'm going to butcher, Sitchawashi, Street Bridge, also in Lansing. Several items of his were missing from the bags, though, including his black leather jacket, his Detroit Lions coat, his wallet, and a watch his mother had given him. The Detroit Lions coat was later found in a cornfield in the Mason area. So, I'm assuming that all these happened in February. So, I'm going to go ahead and put some berries in here. And I just feel the bottom of it to where it kind of looks like that. This is a nice Pioneer Woman picture that I bought my ex, who got really into cooking for a while and was like, ooh, I love the Pioneer Woman. So I bought this nice picture, but it was too girly for her. So it's a fancy picture. I like it. So here we go. So I use it. My stove's weird, so I'm trying to make sure my water's boiling. Okay, so on February 10th of 2004, that's not right. It couldn't have been 2004. Why do I have 2004? I'll check that date because I don't have 2004, but I don't think it was 2004. His father got a call from Capital One advising him that Franklin had applied for a credit card and used his name as a reference. On the 12th, a security person for Capital One responded, stating they had looked into the application and found no signs of Franklin. And then a high school classmate told police that he spotted Franklin at a submarine shop. I don't know if that means the sandwich or like the actual submarine that goes in the thing, on Okeshmos Road on February 22nd, 1997. So, this will be the 3rd time I've recorded this part of this episode. I have to not stop because that's what's getting me. So, I've already poured the tea. I've got the water. It's just kind of sitting. I put the berries in there, the tea bag. I didn't put any other sweeteners. It is fine with just whatever's in the tea. The Southern sweet tea from Lipton, and the berries from Great Value, just mixed berry blend. Whatever's in it is enough sweet for me. If you need more, that's fine. But you know, I'm Southern. I like sweet tea. So, continuing with this. Police searched various areas and had divers do a search of the Grand Rivers beneath the street bridge, but they found no clues. According to VanceHomes.com, the missing students' parents, Adeline and David, suspected that there may have been a connection between him and Ryan Gantz, who I'll be covering in a later episode. In 1998, Adeline said, "I don't believe that he went voluntarily. He would have called if he's alive. It's still a mystery to me, especially since I heard about the Gantz boy. And it makes me think that something's going on." She went on to say, "I hope it doesn't continue, but if it does, you've got to stop to think." And it's totally out of his realm. They were very close. He always called. Her birthday was March 5th, so he didn't call. And she makes a valid point. That's the whole reason why I have jumped down this rabbit hole. Because there are way too many happening in all of the same areas. Multiples in certain areas. Some close together, some not so much. So it's concerning. And this is something that's been happening for 2 decades now. So, a few things regarding this investigation at this point. There was no evidence of foul play. It is unsure if he wanted to take a trip or not. It's still unclear if he did want to take the trip, if he wanted it to be permanent. The detectives who work the case have all retired. And he follows the trend of, the missing or drowned college-age men in the Midwest that had happened in that 10-year... A lot of them happened in that 10-year window. His parents do suspect foul play. His family said it's uncharacteristic of him to leave without warning. And they think he would have contacted them at some point. He was a gifted public speaker who at the time of the disappearance was aspiring to become a teacher. His case does remain unsolved, so I've included his description. He was 5'2", 150 pounds, brown eyes, straight brown hair. It's curled in the picture that I used. He had a scar on his left shoulder from a bicycle accident and a scar on his solar plex. He's from Mason, Michigan. So as always, I have my theories. So the first theory, right off the back, you have to consider it. They said he was depressed at the time, which, if you're close to graduating, you're starting to feel that burnout. So it's possible he could have taken his own life. We don't want to think that, but we know it happens. That's a real thing that happens to people. That's why your mental health is very important. You should always reach out to someone. And trust me, I've been there. You're getting ready to graduate. He may just not have signed up because he was overwhelmed. The amount of times that I waited till the very last minute to sign up for classes happened. And going to college is a lot of pressure. So I feel that. I get that. He could have left on his own free will. Same thing, the pressure. He just wanted to get away. And something bad happened to him. Sometimes if you're alone, you're a target for bad things to happen. I hate saying that, but it's a reality. Or the last one, maybe someone forced him to leave. The fact that his stuff was kind of scattered through a couple of different places is concerning. So, but this case is still unsolved. Like I said, I've got at least 40 of these. So if you know anything, by all means, I've listed all of the references, all the contacts and stuff in the blog post. If you have any theories, anyone you want me to cover, I'll have a master list. Go check the master list and see if they're one that I'm going to cover. If not, by all means, recommend it to me. I'm doing the main ones in this certain area, and then I might expand on some of the other states. But yeah. So if you have anything that you want me to make, I'm doing little ones for short ones like these. Just let me know. Until next time, stay safe, and remember, we love you.